checking the stream real quick, making sure that things are going as expected. One thing I've noticed is that the last several times that I've streamed, it's ended up kicking in just a little bit later than I would have expected. So I end up coming in and just like halfway through a sentence. Hopefully that's not going to be the case this time, but most likely is. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome back. Let's play some more Red Dead Redemption. This time I really haven't done much off camera at all, so there's not really much for me to catch you up on. So let's just get into it and hit up some more story missions. So let's go see what Abigail wants. Almost certainly something to do with either Arthur or I think their son is named Jack, or not Arthur, John. Abigail either wants something to do with John, or I think their son is named Jack.
Hey Arthur, come here a minute.
I'm gonna guess this is the fishing mission.
Can I ask you a favor?
A fisher of men, there we go.
Very funny. Would you do something with Jack? He seems kind of down. All this upheaval can't have been easy on the poor kid.
Why? Because I'm your preferred nursemaid?
Because he likes you and, well, you know his father's useless.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I agree. Between the two, I prefer Arthur over John, which is part of why the end of this game makes me very sad. I have to play as John. But, he's not all bad. You're just gonna stare at the logs? You're not gonna cut them?
Hey, Charles. Hello, Arthur.
Alright. I mean, if that's your thing, log staring, I'm sure there's a fine art of log staring that someone's very into, you know. You have log sommeliers, they just really get into the textures and the colors on logs and have all kinds of fancy names for everything. Well, that's probably something that exists.
Playing.
Anything fun?
I guess.
You want to come fishing with me?
Fishing?
Sure. It's about time that you started to earn your keep.
Okay.
Good. Let's go get your pole then. Now, you do have a fishing pole, don't you?
I sure do. Uncle Jose made me one.
Good. Well, let's go get it then. Go catch us some fish.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that is nice about this mission, is it unlocks the ability for Arthur to fish, because evidently he had a fishing rod this entire time, but, you know, just refuses to use it until he goes and fishes with Jack, so... Okay.
Alright. Hold on tight.
So, where are we going?
Just down to the river near here. You shouldn't go too far from camp.
Oh, okay.
You feeling better? I know you was a little sick.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're a brave kid.
So, just like you.
Well, I don't know about brave. I ain't much of a kid no more. Well, your mama might disagree. Her and a few other women, I guess.
What do you mean?
I'm just talking silly. It's been a tough few weeks up in that snow.
I like the snow.
Yes, but not like that.
When are we going back to the other camp?
The one near Blackwater?
Yeah.
Well, we're not. This is our spot. For now, anyway. Why?
I forgot a storybook there. We left so quick.
Well, I'm sure someone can get you another storybook.
Really? When?
Well, we'll see. Got fish to catch first.
Are we going the right way?
No, we're not, but I didn't want to cut off the dialogue,
Yes, Uncle Arthur?
and I could see,
All right.
see our destination coming up, so that's why I started going the wrong direction.
This looks as good a spot as any.
Where should we stand, Uncle Arthur?
Down by the shore. Come on, follow me.
can't wait to get started.
I hate to be
Just by the
mean to
water
whoever
there,
it
you
was,
mean?
but not a huge fan of
You show
Jack's
me where, Uncle Arthur.
voice actor. I don't know, it just sounds fake. It's very
Where's your
obviously, a woman
Oh, Uncle Arthur?
who is
First,
trying to talk
we need some
like a
bait.
child. So, at least it sounds like it to me. I could be wrong, who knows, but let's see. I got cheese, I guess.
Mainly use some cheese.
Cheese?
Mellier the better. Now, cast your line.
I've never
Swing
fished
the
with cheese. I
rod
actually have
back
no
over your
idea if
shoulder
that's a
and bring
reasonable
it
thing
forward
or
in a
just like
smooth
crazy
motion.
person nonsense.
Use your wrist, not your elbow.
Oh wow, our
Like
fishing
that?
line has the
That's
same
it.
weird bug
Good.
as our
All we do now, Jack, is wait for a fish to
lasso,
bait.
so
How do I know when I've got a bite?
If you feel the tip of your fishing rod just twitching, don't
that's
yank it yet.
interesting.
That just means one's nibbling.
Probably should
You feel a
have
hard tug.
reset,
That's a fish going for the bait, so yank hard to hook it.
probably should have reset the game before
Is
going
that a
again
bite, Uncle Arthur?
to see if I could
Think I got one.
I see. I see.
quickly rotate. I'm trying to, but you're not letting me. Okay, there we go.
See him fighting there, Jack? That's when you gotta be careful. You'll break the line. Best to wear him out first before you try to reel him in. Now seems like he's taking a rest now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try reeling
No,
him in nice and steady.
Which way is he pulling? I can't tell. Oh, you have to turn it specifically
This is a great fishing spot.
clockwise.
Oh,
If you turn it
jinx it, kid.
counterclockwise, you'll actually let out the line for absolutely no reason. It would have been nice if
Okay
you
there?
had said
I
something.
think so. This is hard. Why am I not catching any?
Just be patient.
That's a good question. Maybe it's because you're whining too much.
Look, Jack, it's a bluegill. It's almost as small as you. We should really throw these smaller ones back. Give them a chance to grow up a bit.
Agreed.
Can I take a break from fishing? I want to make something.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick some of those red flowers. I'll be right back.
I'm sure that doesn't go poorly at all.
Let's try again.
That's kind of weird. The first time I played through this, and this was, when it first came out, so you'd think that it would be
Fish on
buggier
the
back
line.
then because they wouldn't have patched it as much. But when I first played through this, I didn't see pretty much any bugs at all my entire playthrough. And I saw tons of videos online of bugs that people had gotten, so I knew they were there sometimes, but there really was pretty much nothing that I got. This second
You gotta
playthrough,
stick at
I've
things,
been,
Jack.
I know.
oh wow, that's an even smaller fish. Yeah, the second playthrough, I've been
This one's a
getting
chain
weird
picker.
bugs like that left
Not
and right.
bad.
Fishing sure is boring, Uncle Arthur.
I know. Boring as hell. But then, something happens. And you can get food for days.
Really?
If you're lucky. But until then, you just sit and wait. And try not to worry. It's good for you,
It's good for you?
I guess.
Huh. Hey, look at this.
And what?
This necklace I made.
Necklace?
For Mama.
Sure.
What a fine young man. And in such complex circumstances.
And I don't know how they
Arthur,
snuck
isn't
up
it?
on me.
Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
But of
Yes,
course,
Arthur
during
Morgan,
cutscenes, they're just silent as
Vanderlyn's
ninjas.
most trusted associate. You've read the files. Typical case. Orphan street kid seduced by that maniac's silver tongue and matures into a degenerate murderer. Agent Milton? Agent Ross. Pinkerton Detective Agency, seconded to the United States government. Nice to finally meet. We know a lot about you.
Do you?
You're a wanted man, Mr. Morgan. $1,000 for your head alone.
$5,000? For me? Can I turn myself in?
We want Vanderlyn.
Oh, Dutch. I haven't seen him for months.
That's so. Because I heard a guy fitting his description robbed a train belonging to Leviticus Cornwall up near Granite Pass.
Oh, ain't that a little old-fashioned nowadays?
Apparently not. Listen. This is my offer, Mr. Morgan. Bring in Vanderlyn, and you have my word you won't swing.
Oh, I ain't gonna swing anyways, Agent,
Milton.
You see, I haven't done anything wrong, aside from not play the games to your rules.
Spare me the philosophy lesson. I've already heard it from Mac Callender.
Matt Callender?
He was pretty shot up by the time I got to him. So really, it was more of a mercy killing. Slow, but merciful.
You enjoy being a rich man's toy, dear?
I enjoy society, flaws and all. You people venerate savagery, and you will die. Savagely, all of you.
Oh, we're all gonna die, Agent.
Some of us sooner than others. Good day, Mr. Morgan.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your fishing, kid, while you still can.
Who are they?
No one to worry about, no one at all. Come on, let's pick up your things and get home.
Sometimes I hate cutscene ex machina like that.
It's getting late, Jack. Your mother'd be worried. Let's head back.
I mean, it's better than, when
Okay,
you're
then,
going
girl.
along, doing great, and then suddenly you round a corner, cutscene starts up, and immediately, some goon with a rock knocks you over the head, and that way you can be kidnapped and moved to whatever the next location for the story is. That's the worst. But these sorts of things are
Why
pretty
did you
annoying
lie about
too,
where Uncle Dutch is?
because I could have taken them both out.
Because those
Saved
are
myself some
disagreeable
trouble.
men, and I don't want them to hurt him.
What did they mean about Mac? Is he in jail?
No, I don't think so. I hope he's just fine where he is. Like I said, don't worry about them. The world is full of disagreeable men. That's why you got all of us to protect you from folk like them. Now, how about that necklace you made? You still got it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Good. But did you like fishing?
It was okay, I think. It's a lot of waiting around.
It is.
But yeah, I understand why that sort of thing is necessary, the cutscene ex machina. Sometimes, because, if you just let players do whatever they
There
want,
you are!
you couldn't
How
account for it, you
boys
couldn't
getting
control it.
on?
You'd have to go
Great.
with a
We
complete
caught a
sandbox
fish
with a
and
system-based
this
game,
necklace.
Ain't that pretty? Ain't I the luckiest?
and
What
that
you think,
really
Uncle
restricts
Arthur?
your
No
options
need.
as
We
a
had
storyteller.
good time.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just met some folk. I better go speak with Dutch.
Okay.
Hey, you did real fine, kid.
Thanks.
We got a problem. What? I just met some guys out near the river. A fella named, Milton, and, I don't remember the other fella's name. Ross. Milton and Ross. And they are employees of the Pinkerton Detective Agency. And they know about the train, and they know we're here.
Were you followed back here?
No, they know we're near here. And they want you, Dutch. They offered me my freedom in exchange, they did.
Why didn't you take it?
Very funny. Well, what do we do now?
I say we do nothing. Just yet. They're just trying to scare us into doing something stupid. We have turned a corner. We survived them mountains. We just need to stay calm.
Yeah, let's see what we've got next. That's pretty soon. We should probably start hitting up some of the side missions. So we can't figure out what the heck was going on with that one not being available. Yeah, so we've got the one with Micah, we've got, yeah, the John in town. So let's hit up some of these side missions actually. Just make sure we get them done before anything can get in our way. Story progress wise, because usually the changes will come when you hit a new chapter, change camps, that sort of thing. And we're getting close, obviously, to needing to change camps. So let's not risk it. Let's hit up some of these side activities. Oh, goats coming out of nowhere. Keep your goats to yourself, sir. Yeah, some of the random incidental dialogue in this game is pretty funny. At one point, I was in the bar in Valentine, and some drunk guy just walks past Arthur, and he's like, "There ain't nothing wrong with enjoying a goat." And I was like, "Well, I'm out." Yeah, this is random. And some of them are really long. They've got some guys in the bars who will get drunk, and they will just really go on these absolute tirades. Do I need to come at a different time of day, maybe? That would make sense, actually. Last time we were here, it was daytime as well. So let's see if we can't just camp and sleep until nighttime, come back, and see if that helps at all. Okay. Because if that's not the case, then I'm kind of out of ideas for why that stranger is just not showing up. It's really not necessary to tear down your camps. Nothing bad will happen, and you can actually quick travel back to them if you want to once you've got one set up. But I don't know. It just feels weird leaving a big old fire going like that. So I usually tear it down. Mostly just to get kind of into the game, because I try to play the game more as like a role-playing game, you know, not so much just engaging with the mechanics of the game, but trying to get into the character. And Red Dead Redemption just really lends itself to doing that. Huh. I'm still not seeing anyone.
Yeah.
Is there a trail I'm missing? Oh, interesting. I can actually get in this hatch. Okay, I bet time of day actually didn't make a difference at all. And do I just happen to know the code to get in here? That seems unlikely. Okay, this cannot end well. But I've got trusty double shotguns for when it doesn't end well. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pull out our lantern here, get a little bit more light going on. I wonder if you can actually read these, or if it's just the titles. We've got the Montana River Mystery. Blackwater, February 9th. Come on, I'm trying to get an angle on this. The autopsy of multiple body found in the Upper Mountain River yesterday revealed the fact that the breastplate was fractured and the something rib was broken. The backbone was also broken. The something had probably been dead only for 3 or 4 days. There was a something white mole on the man's back between the shoulder blades. The doctor says the body was that of a Scandinavian, I think that says. The doctor said that the head had been first cut with a knife and then the face hacked with a cleaver. I can't read the rest of it. Let's see if any of these other notes are a little easier to read. Found a dead man. You know, none of these are easy to read. But basically, newspaper clippings from some sort of maniac. Oh, you know what? I bet I know what this is actually. So, let's go here. I collected bills, coins, treasure maps. Maybe it's under maps. Here we go. Piece together map. So I collected this piece together map, and yeah, see, there's a code right there, and the location, which I found. Okay, so as you're exploring the open world, you'll find these kind of grisly murder scenes. Usually there will be some sort of trail of blood or something coming up from the road, and it'll lead to a body, and there will be a head with a rolled up paper shoved in its mouth. And if you collect all three, you get this map. I don't think I ever actually did that last time that I played. Can you find me? Yes, I can, and did. That's crazy, though. I never thought that the murderer was actually this close to where you start the game out in Valentine. But yeah, here we are. We have finally found him and his grisly hideout. I'm going to take his premium cigarettes because that, you know, can't end badly, I'm sure. I wish, it feels like there should be a way to just like hook this on your belt. And you can do this where you've got, let's do the gold one. Nah, I like the black one better for this. You can do this where you've got the lantern in one hand and a gun in the other, which is better than nothing. But it feels like you should be able to take the hook it onto your belt, and then still have both guns out. But, that aside, oh, he's got some Kentucky bourbon here. He's got good taste. I prefer a smooth single malt scotch myself, but I do enjoy myself a few bourbons. Even if I'm in not a particularly picky mood, I might even drink Jack Daniels, which is a Tennessee whiskey and not even a bourbon. Oh, yeesh. Well, I'm going to have to read this by cheating. Dear Mr. Editor, I must say I'm alarmed by the paucity of coverage your august journal has dedicated to the recent killings in the region. The perpetrator of these crimes is clearly a man of great intelligence, power, and no small amount of cunning. He presents a clear and present danger to all readers of your publication, and most probably to the writers of it as well. I would suggest you begin to treat him and his creations with the reverence that they deserve. God help us all, yours, a concerned citizen. Clearly written by the killer himself. So let's take that. And looks like we've got another one over here. I'm just waiting for him to jump out and murder me while I'm reading these letters, though. My dear Edmund, what has gotten into you of late? Our dinners together, which were once such a pleasure to me, have become a terrible strain. You appear at times tired, distracted, febrile, and agitated, and sometimes all those things at once. I was mistaken for you to have ever moved out. It was a mistake for you to have ever moved out of home. While I approved of your decision to forego marriage in order to spend more time with me, I did not envision it would be this kind of company. Maybe a wife is what you need after all. Your kindly neighbor has informed me of your comings and goings from your rooms at all hours of the night. Does this mean that there is a close friendship your mother doesn't know about? I hope your taste in companionship has improved these past years, but I shall keep an open mind. I should like an explanation of all of this from you presently. Your loving and concerned mother. P.S. I hope you're eating and sleeping and taking the laudanum Dr. Finkel's gave you. That should improve your nerves somewhat. So, looks like we've got a bit of a mother complex going on here, which does do a bit to explain what all's going on with this guy. Just on a surface level. Okay, so he's not in here. At least not currently. That doesn't mean he's not going to, you know, appear behind me once again, cutscene ex machina style, and just scare the crap out of me. But, let's finish exploring in here and hope that the game doesn't pull one over on us again and just have him appear out of nowhere and murder me without any recourse. Is there anything important in the back room here? I'm not seeing anything I can interact with, not really. Oh, I can inspect the knife. Oh, what the? You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? No one was there. And then suddenly, someone's there, and I get punched in the head.
Or maybe it's both. Maybe it is a nasty surprise, even though you knew I was going to be here. Which is it?
I was about to say your lantern's not lit.
You should think about that. Save yourself thinking about what's about to happen. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be nice and fun. I mean, it'll be fun for me, but it won't be nice for you.
Throw a head? Okay. Have a head. That is the most... Oh, I'm in first person, I forgot. I thought I was still in the cutscene. That is the funniest... That honestly made up for the whole thing. Just grabbing that and just poof, and the sound it made. Oh man, that was just too funny. Okay, can I still inspect the knife? Nope. Is there anything else in this area that I need aside from picking up the stranger and bringing him back into camp? Well, not to camp, obviously, but back to the authorities. Nope, looks like that's about it. I was really hoping there would be something, some sort of a unique weapon, a knife, throwing heads. Can we get throwing heads in this game? Aye. That would actually make me laugh a lot if we could just get throwing heads in this game. But no such luck. Well, that explains why I was having so much trouble finding him, because I was looking for an actual person to be wandering around like you have with most strangers, and completely missed the fact that this was connected to that quest line. Oh, there we go. Let's do this real quick. So I'm gonna try. Oh, it's not the button I meant to press. There we go. So I'm gonna try to play a little bit more with the radar off, and if I need it, I can just tap down and actually get it like that. So if I hear someone yelling, or try to loot bodies or whatever else, I can have it up for a second, so I can be like, oh, I turned left here. But I don't necessarily need it constantly, and I feel like this is a little bit more immersive, and I really would like to especially just try to get to the point where I'm getting around the world mostly without the minimap, because I feel like that would be, I mean, to just keep using the same word over and over until it means until it retains no meaning. I feel like that would be a bit more immersive. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I might not like it. As it is, when you're streaming on PlayStation, the little picture of my face that you see, I see it too. So I have to stare at my face the entire time I'm playing, which I don't have the greatest face, so not necessarily something I'm super happy about. Alright, you. Let's see what you have to say for yourself while I throw you in jail. Most people have something to
Found
say.
that fella you were looking for?
Which fella? Put him down. Put him down.
Oh, he wants him on the desk. Interesting.
Fella well, it ain't nothing nice. A lot of folk disappeared over the past few years. This sick son of a bitch, well, he ain't right in the head.
That's so.
Head over to the cellar of that broke-down shack on the road to the falls. See for yourself.
Okay, come on, you.
My name is Edmund Lowry Jr. And you'll remember that, my friend.
I'm sure I shall. You are a frightening fella.
Oh, I'll behave, sir. I'll behave as expected.
Well, you better. And I'll get you a lawyer, don't you worry about that. And you get in that cell, calm as you be. Get him off me!
I mean, I went to all of the effort.
You lunatic! What the hell is wrong with you? Get out of here!
My reward?
Check on me, mister. I'm still here.
Your reward? Get the hell out of here! That's your goddamn reward! Go on out!
What? I lassoed him. What more do you want?
Son?
Okay, I'm gonna see if maybe I should have just shot him. So, I'm gonna be pretty annoyed. Hopefully it didn't auto-save since then. I'm gonna try not to do that too much this game. It's very tempting throughout a lot of the game to just save scum your way through certain things. And I'm gonna try not to do it too much, but this is one where I don't know. I've went through all the effort to bring him back in alive, so I wanted to keep him alive, so I lassoed him, so then the game just freaked out. Anyway. Guess I should have taken the hint when they automatically had me draw a gun and not a lasso. Also, that's literally the only person whose hands we freed before putting them in a cell. So why just on that one guy? Come on. Not smart. Well, I'm gonna guess that actually did already take care of the stranger. Yep. Well, no chance to try that again. That's very disappointing. Oh well. I guess I should start saving before any sort of major missions like that. I mean, I have a save that's before. I just don't know how far before. I don't know that I want to go that far back. I mean, we'd have to redo the fishing mission for certain. Let's see. Yeah, we'd have to go all the way back there. Well, poop. Yeah, nothing for it. I feel like there should be some reward for that mission. I'll have to check, see if there's something you get that I'm just missing. But I do feel like there should be something you get for that mission. Let's go ahead and head over here. This isn't a mission per se. It's actually a gang hideout. So it's going to be a bit of combat. Let's just go ahead and get our guns that I'm going to want for that out. Yeah, I was running around with the double sawn-off shotguns, just kind of for fun while I was doing something else. And I didn't get into too much combat, but when I was getting into combat, it was generally in close quarters, so they were pretty effective. For most things, I definitely prefer to have my two Schofield revolvers. I feel like they're a whole lot better. Because they, you know, they won't take most people out in one shot unless you get a headshot. So at medium range, you can blast them pretty quick. So they've got 6 shots each. So with the sawn-off shotguns, you get 4 shots before you have to reload. And that means 4 kills if you're at close range. But as soon as you get pretty much at all past close range, they're almost useless. With the Schofield revolvers, they're pretty effective at close range. Usually take about 2 shots if you're doing just center mass and not going for headshots. And then they're still effective even at medium to medium long range. So I kind of prefer them for that reason. And the headshots are kind of fun. Now, one thing that I do miss that's pretty sweet about the shotguns is if you do a headshot with the shotgun at close range, it'll actually just completely blow the person's head off. Left here? Yeah. Which is, I don't know, I guess I'm a sicko, but I find that kind of entertaining. Yeah, let's get my horse cleaned off here real quick. It's getting pretty dirty. There we go, that's better. And then, there we go. Feed my horse some mushrooms. But yeah. Anyway, it's nice, even though the sawn-off shotguns are good in close range. They become pretty pitiful as soon as someone gets very far away from you at all. And headshots are also really only effective at close range. So I prefer the revolvers overall, especially since they give you 6 shots each. So you've got 12 shots instead of just 4. So if you're a good shot, which, I mean, I'm not a great shot, but I'm a decent shot. I got wolves coming up here. Let's do... horse?
Idiot.
Anyone else? Okay. Well, let's not let those pelts go to waste.
Okay there.
Yeah, this one's even a 3-star.
Just wait a second, girl.
Yeah, they made the animals very aggressive in this game, which gameplay-wise makes sense. It gives you something else to fight and, you know, something else to be careful of when you're out and about just running around the map. But realistically, it just makes no sense. You're not going to have wolves just randomly attacking a dude on a horse unless the wolves are absolutely starving to death. It's the only reason that... Whoop, I didn't mean to pick you up, I meant to skin you. It's the only reason that most animals... Teleporting skin, watch. Poop! Magic. Yeah, the only reason that most animals, even what most people would think of as aggressive carnivores, or I guess predators would be a better word for it, would attack a human would be if they're starving to death or they're threatened. So, like the way that the mountain lions just absolutely go nuts and attack Arthur the instant he comes near them, or wolves, or even the bears, is very unrealistic. Like a bear, if it knows you're there, it's very unlikely that it will attack you. Most of the time, bear attacks are either because the bear was surprised by the person, and so they were startled and felt threatened. Let's just get the right guns back. Or if it's a mother bear protecting its cubs, or, you know, those sorts of things. This is it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe. Yeah, this is it.
Easy now.
So let's go ahead and hitch our horse by this tree.
Be back for you, girl.
Okay. Now let's see if I can do this without just completely messing things up. Now I am going to turn the compass back on for this. But somehow everyone now magically knows I'm here, even though only one guy saw me and he died before he could get off a shot or a word. But, yeah, whatever. Oh, I don't know. Getting low right now. There we go. A little bit better. Oh, you are you? Well, I'm the toughest hombre you're gonna meet. Of any kind, regardless of affiliation. Would you please drink the tonic when I ask you to? Thank you. Oh, right, now is a great time to reload. There we go. Sometimes. Okay, this is not going well at all. Let's get reloaded. And let's just get moving. There must be a guy on top of this tower? Oh, this tower is way taller than I thought it was. That's not what I meant to do either. Oh, this is going badly. Okay. That was awful. That was just all around awful in every way that it could have gone. Oh, man. Let's try that again. Oh, and I lost my 3-star wolf. Sad days. So let's start with... Why can't I make camp? Cannot... I'm not in a hideout. Apparently this counts as being in a hideout. How about now? Okay, cool. So let's start off by getting some food. Because my health core is actually really low, which is not doing me any favors. And let's do the mint. That'll give me a bonus to my health core. Yeah, see? Turn it nice and gold. That should be about it. I could sleep until nighttime, but I really don't know that that's going to do anything worthwhile. And I think the guns I chose are just fine. I just made so many stupid little mistakes. What are you doing? Come on. That one. Thank you. I would assume it's this one west of us. Yeah. Well, let's take the horse. No reason to run that whole way.
Yeah.
Let's have the horse run for us. Good horse.
Whoa,
Oh, the bear.
easy.
Well, hopefully the bear leaves me alone. I think the black bears in this game aren't too super aggressive, so a good chance I'll be alright. Okay. Tomahawk to the liver, that's always highly effective. I don't think I can get both of these guys without one of them noticing. But I bet I can at least get one of them. There we go. Some cover. That's not who I want to be targeted. There's one. There's another. I've got some guys up in there. Oh, he's got a machine gun. Okay. Okay. What the hey? Okay. We're not gonna want to approach from any sort of direction that gives us an angle, that gives them an angle on us with that gun. Oh, doing pretty good so far. Sit around this building. Just try to get an angle on them. And specifically an angle that doesn't expose us at all to that thing. Do they ever have to stop? Seems like no. Okay. That machine gun is really just not my friend. Could you... Okay. New priority. Machine gun in window. That's actually what did most of that damage. I shouldn't have been trying to pop around the corner like that. And give them free shots. That was not smart. I also should have taken some sort of health tonic or something. Okay. Let's try to get up there before they have a chance to really get that machine gun going in earnest. There we go. Oh, he's just a little further away than I thought he was. That's that guy. That's this guy. Okay, this is the whole machine gun problem again. So let's just get at an angle where they can't hit us anymore. At least not with the machine gun. There we go. Nailed him. Oh. Okay. Let's get away from this. Alright, we got 3 guys over. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah. No, why wouldn't you drink it? Well, this is embarrassing. I swear I'm not normally this bad at this game. Okay, let's give it one more shot. And then if I just completely botch it again, I'll either do it later or do it off camera, one or the other. So I think we were actually definitely best off coming from a bit of an angle. On this side. Nope, he's just gonna hide over there.
We gotta hold this land.
Nope, he's taking cover. No, almost got him. Come on, poke your head out again. How dare you? How did he even shoot me? I couldn't even see him. Nope, I was hoping that was explosive.
Blow his goddamn balls off.
Okay, let's see. Right, of course he comes out when I'm reloading. Nope, and he's gotta go. I mean, eventually he's gotta poke his head out, right? Almost had him. There we go. Oh, there's that machine gun again. Well, let's, would you do what I tell you to occasionally?
I'm the toughest old Driscoll you gonna meet.
Okay. So this is gonna force me to take up a new position. Because I just cannot... Well, let's do this actually. That's not where I wanted you to be targeted, but okay. That's also where I wanted you to be targeted. Please shoot this guy in his head. Thank you. Okay. There are now sans one machine gun, which is very good news for me. So let's see if we can't do something. I got these two guys over here. That's a miss. There we go. That's him.
Say goodbye.
We got these two guys over here, so being jerks. That's them taken care of.
I'm a man killer, you hear me? I'll bury you.
That's him down.
Get your lamp blowed out.
Oh, we got that guy on the tower. There we go. No more guy on tower. We got a guy around here somewhere. Did we head into the barn? Maybe he went in the barn. Nope. Did I get them all? Pretty sure I saw a guy running around somewhere. Maybe he was just retreating. Yeah, at a certain point with gangs, you, at least in large groups, you'll break their morale, and remaining members will kind of run away. So I think that might have been what I saw. Well, that wasn't pretty. Could have been done a whole lot better. And there's no way I'm going to get enough money off of these guys to make up for what I lost dying 3 times. Especially since the way that the deaths work in this game is when you die the first time, you'll lose a percentage of your current money. And then every time you die after that first time, it'll actually start just an invisible counter. And if you die, and I forget what the time is, but if you die again fairly quickly after the first time, then you'll end up losing a higher percentage. And then that'll just keep happening. If you keep dying in quick succession, you'll lose higher and higher percentages until it actually maxes out at, I'm going to say like 20%, something like that. So if you die once, you really want to just not die again for a while. Which is the opposite of what I did. So all of that is basically just to say, don't do what I did. I mean, just in general, don't get killed by being an idiot like I did. There's gotta be something good in here, right? You're not gonna have a whole gang hideout and then just be like, oh, never mind, you get nothing. So I feel like there's gotta be some chests around or something with valuables. Here's a chest at least. Let's see what's in it. Nothing. You, sir, were the cause of the majority of my problems. And I do not appreciate what you did to me. In the least. Plus, I mean, they didn't even put ammo on these guns. You could just shoot them forever. Which is a real problem when there's a guy, you know, around the corner and they're just like, hey, come out, go ahead, get shot. And they can just fire literally forever. Anyway. I'm not salty at all. Not even a little bit. I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything hidden in the barn. I didn't see anything up there. I mean, there was that empty chest, but that's not very helpful. Seriously? Are they not gonna let me in this building? Do I come back here for a mission, maybe? Yeah, they are not gonna let me in this building. Man. I'm starting to feel really cheated. That may have been completely and totally pointless. Except for getting myself killed multiple times because I'm bad at video games. You know. I mean, I probably could have made that easier and stealthed my way through a lot of it, but... meh. Especially stealth in this game is not, you know, the most fun ever. It's not terrible. You know, if I'd come in here with a bow, I could have probably killed a decent chunk more of them. Well, well, that's something I can mark off my map at least. Gang hideout? Done. Okay. So what's next? Let's go see what's over here. I believe that's the logging camp, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a bit of a mission there with some missing payroll that's been stolen, and you know, you go through it, and stuff happens, so you get the idea. Let's see if we can light that one up. It's not the most thrilling. Honestly, given how far away it is, I may just do that one off camera. I don't know that anyone really wants to see that. And it's pretty far out of my way compared to anything else. Because the rest of the things are kind of up more north and east. Well, I guess it's not that bad. Let's do it. Let's just do it. It's not really like anyone's watching these videos anyway, so this is mostly just for me. Oh, missed my turn. There we go. We're back on track. Yeah, it's kind of fun to stream, and it gives me an excuse to talk to myself without just being a crazy person. So, that's nice. That makes me feel productive. So I'm gonna keep doing it, even if it is mostly important. It's not like with my role-playing games that I stream. Those, there's actually a pretty good reason, because I can go back there and rewatch them if I can't remember what happened in previous sessions, which is really helpful when I'm GMing. Plus, I can kind of show new players what they're getting themselves into. Yeah, so... Not sure how to get this guy to show up. He just kind of was there last time. I think he was in that building or near it. I think he might be maybe in one of the tents now.
Hey, mister. Hello there.
This is the foreman. I hope I didn't just miss my chance for it. Because I rode by it, because I thought it would be one that would be good to stream. But, I don't know, that might have been my one shot at it. Alright, well, I'll leave this one on my map. I'll try it again, but this one may just end up having to be off camera. So... Or it might just not be spawning because Micah's right there. And there could be some sort of overlap. I don't know. Well, let's head over here to Flatneck Station. Which this one I should definitely be able to get to without needing the map. Because all I have to do is follow the train tracks here. And I'll get there. Not that they'll mark that up as a path. They generally don't actually show that as a way for that you can go. Which makes sense, because your horse will follow the waypoints, and your horse is really stupid. So the last thing you want is to end up with your horse just running face first into a train, because that is a really easy way to just insta-kill your horse. This is an interesting little station. I don't know that I've been here before. Well, I mean, I've been here, just kind of right by it. I don't know if anything interesting happens there. It looks like just a bit of a post office, and that might be about it. Okay, this is where it gets real dangerous. I'm pretty sure the trains go the other direction, so the same direction that I'm currently going. And considering the horses can go faster than the trains, that means that I would be safe. But if it turns out I'm wrong, and a train starts coming the other direction, directly toward me while I'm out on a bridge like this, that's a pretty good way to get turned into hamburger. So I think that's our destination right up there, but I see a campfire. I, being the curious individual that I am, generally try to check out campfires. See what's going on with them. Usually it's just some angry guy who'll yell at me to leave.
Be off with you.
Yeah, exactly. Which is just rude. I mean, you know what? That's just rude. So, I'm afraid you need to be taught a lesson. In manners.
Let me go.
So yeah. Have fun being tied up.
Well, I'll know where to find you. Yeah.
Hopefully next time you meet a random stranger, you won't be quite so rude. Of course, next time, they'll probably be even more paranoid when they meet a random stranger. Because this time, they just had that random stranger run up and hogtie them out of nowhere. Which honestly would make me wary of strangers. Here we go.
Do you smoke, sir?
Indeed,
Sure.
Arthur Morgan does.
As much as you.
Oh, no, don't worry about these. Actually, take some. Take a couple of packs. Take a few.
Oh, thank you. What are all the cigarettes for? Are you heading on a long journey or something?
No, nothing like that at all. I'm just interested in the cards.
Okay.
The cigarette cards. Oh, you got me?
Yeah?
Well, get them out. Let me take a look. Come on.
A little picture card?
Yeah, I'll pay you a good price.
Okay. Here.
Nothing I haven't got. The value is in completing the set. Sometimes I'll smoke up to 200 cigarettes in one day, just so I can keep opening the packs. I wish I could explain to you the pleasure and the pain I get out of collecting these babies.
Sure. It sounds,
You're definitely gonna get some pain.
It is. Not to mention the vast amounts of life-reaffirming cigarettes I get to smoke. Oh, and the amount of money? A veritable fortune, sir.
Fortune?
Oh, sure. A complete set of any series is worth a fortune. Yeah, look at this. Gunslingers. Over here, circus freaks. Yes. Meow meows of the desert. So rare.
Meow meows of the desert.
How much?
Well, it depends on the rarity, sir.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. But, you know, if you ever get a complete set, I can take it off your hands.
And you'd pay me?
A fair price. Now, you send them to me right here. Phineas T. Ramsbottom, at your service. Okay, I gotta run. This is my train. Look me up, okay? Think about this deal. Only a complete set. That's where the value lies.
And that is something I will try to put together off camera. The best way to get it is to do exactly like he suggested and just smoke a million cigarettes. Yeah, I was hoping he left something. And then just buy more of the premium cigarettes. That'll actually get you what you need relatively quickly. Alright, so that's this taken care of. What's next? Let's see what we have here. But yeah, see, the horses actually go quite a bit faster than the trains. So, if I wanted to, I could easily hop on board. But then they immediately start shooting. I'll lose honor and just all that kind of stuff you have to deal with when you're being a little all good at two shoes. Yeah, I don't know. If this ends up being more annoying, that I'm just popping the compass open, I can turn it back on. So if anyone watches and they find it annoying that I keep doing that, let me know. And I will just turn the compass on permanently. But it is nice not just having my eyes glued to the compass the entire time. Yeah, I have no idea. Straight here, I hope. But yeah, it is nice not having my eyes glued to the compass the entire time. So that I'm actually kind of looking at the world itself. Oop, I missed my turn. Well, that's alright, we're actually coming up real close. I bet the stranger is at that smoke signal up there. Well, it's not an actual smoke signal, but you know what I mean.
Hey there, friend. Come! Stop on by for a moment.
Yep, this is them.
The name's William.
Hello, William.
Arthur.
You familiar with the study of plants, my friend?
Familiar ain't quite the word I'd use.
Well, let me tell you. This
I play around from time to
can
time.
provide everything man ever needs. But we've only reached a tiny bit of its potential. You see, there are thousands, maybe millions of plants all across this vast country we share. The mountains, the plains, the swamps. I mean to explore them all, to know all of nature's bounty and all of her wonder, if I can.
Sure.
But I'm only one man. would you consider helping me with gathering herbs for my studies?
Sure.
Why?
Knowledge, kindness, beauty.
Well, I'm ignorant, ugly, and nasty.
Well, let's see if maybe we can do something about that.
I'll see.
I don't think I ever ran into this guy
I'm looking
when I
for a
played
plant called yarrow.
originally.
You can distinguish it by its red flowers.
I have some.
It shouldn't be too hard to
I
find.
don't know if
They
I have
thrive
enough.
out in the open under direct sunlight.
I do have enough.
Let's see how this tastes. Oh, yeah. I feel better already. They were right. This stuff does have medicinal properties.
That seems like placebo effect. Just eating it that fast and be like, ooh, I feel
All
better.
this help, you deserve something in return. Well, this is for your horse, actually. Save it for bad injuries. Heaven forbid your horse is in trouble. You'll be glad you had it. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be getting back to my studies. I look forward to our next meeting, traveler.
Me too.
I can see why you do this. All the best to you.
Thanks, Arthur. And to you.
Okay, well, I will see you around, I guess, and I will bring more herbs. Probably. Alright, so that's that taken care of. What else do we have? So we had a stranger in Sand and Knee. I'm pretty sure they're still going to be around because they really don't expect you to be messing around in Sand and Knee too much early on. Same thing with Rhodes. In fact, I actually know there's a pretty good side story we can do in Rhodes. How do we do that, actually? Because there's a pretty fun one there, and it'll actually get me a free gun. I forget if it's an especially good gun or one that I necessarily want, but it's not a bad gun. Alright, and up here looks like we have ourselves a bandit camp. Oh, yeah, well, you know what I don't like? I don't like O'Driscoll's. Shoot one more guy. Where you at? There we go.
Only they've been friendly.
I agree. See, that's normally how combat goes for me. I didn't even have to use Deadeye, and I was able to take those guys out pretty easily. But, of course, I go to that bandit camp and just get my butt handed to me repeatedly. And now that is on YouTube forever. Thank you, Internet. No one will ever take me seriously again. It's terrible. I don't want to pick up the O'Driscoll. Okay, this is why a lot of times I'll do my looting in first person. It's actually quite a bit easier. One thing I wish you could do is, like with herbs, you have a choice to either pick or just eat it directly. I wish you could do that with food items that are just lying around in the world. Because otherwise I have to be like, oh look, salted meat. Let me find my salted meat. There we go. Found the salted meat. Okay, now I can pick up the salted meat. You know? So that would have been a nice feature. That would have been... Where'd my hat go? Yeah. Anyway, that would have been a nice feature that feels like it would have been fairly straightforward to implement. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy cleaned up. It's actually pretty dirty. It doesn't look all that dirty, honestly, but you can see the condition was well down below half. Not that I use the repeater too much. But I needed to use some gun oil if I wanted to be able to use... If I wanted to pick up the new gun oil there. Ooh, hair pomade. I could always use more of that. What else have we got here in camp? Ooh. That all looks fine. Oh, we got a medicinal box over here. Yeah, these closed chests that have a better chance of actually having something in them. Healthcare, I don't need that. Plus it's an open one. I love how they brought a chair with them. Just not even a good chair either. Just like a mostly ruined chair. And horse boots. Can't have an O'Driscoll camp without some horse boot. Okay. Got some classic oat cakes. Those are good for my horse. Canned vegetables. Always happy to have that. Ooh, and some premium cigarettes. This is another chance at some of those cigarette cards. That's why you actually want to make sure you smoke your premium cigarettes. That way you can pick up new cards. And I, in fact, got one. Let's see what it is. There you go, San Francisco. Yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Generally like to stop and take care of those camps. It's kind of nice. There's not a huge amount of combat outside of story missions. You've got those camps, and then you have... I wonder if we can actually read these signs. Yeah, look at that. Road, Senator, the same direction. Valentine is to go back, and Emerald Ranch is if we want to go left. That really looks like someone from Emerald Ranch just stuck that sign up because they were like, we're a place, we want people to know where we are. But yeah, we're out of roads,
Yep.
so right it is. We'll see. I'll actually try following the road for once. I wonder if there are sufficient signs that I can find my way the rest of the way to roads without needing to pop open the compass. That'd be pretty neat. Like here.
Load up.
It goes that way. I don't know. It goes this
Yep.
way. I don't know. No, pretty sure this is the way to go to roads. Oh yeah, and I do have a $50 bounty in Lemoyne. Thanks to that little train robbery we did. $50 isn't bad though, so I end up with pretty easy bounty hunters coming after me every once in a while. Nothing too crazy, so I actually decided not to pay it off. Honestly, there's a lot of things that are nice about having some bounty hunters after you. Yeah, I wasn't going the right way, look at me. But yeah, it's kind of nice in some ways having... who's shooting? Having the bounty hunters come after you just because it's a little bit more combat.
Interested in a little friendly competition?
Absolutely.
You a shooting man? I've been looking for a challenge and I ain't found one yet. What'd you say? Oh.
Let's do it.
Why don't we find out? Good. Whoever shoots the most bottles wins, okay? All right. All right. Stand alongside me. Soon as you pull your weapon and aim, we let fly, okay? Go.
Are there more targets? Actually, not. seeing any other targets.
Maybe you were just outgunned.
I ain't happy with that, not one bit. What do you say we raise the stakes?
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to reload my gun. Why is it the same button to reload your gun as it is to punch someone in the face? Ugh. Well, that could have gone a lot better. Sorry, dude. I tried to reload my gun. I did not mean to punch you in the face.
You're all right now.
Sometimes this game.
Yeah.
And so often, that's what, let's see, we got another set of signs here. Okay, roads, Calico Hall, and, oh, the Braithwaite's to the other one.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, let's head over to roads. But yeah, a lot of the times when I end up doing, you know, some sort of action that reduces my honor, it's because the game just didn't do what I wanted it to. Like when, you know, you're just going along on your horse and a guy, instead of continuing on his path where you wouldn't have come anywhere near him, he suddenly swerves off the other direction to quote-unquote avoid you, and it just results in you running him down. And then everybody gets mad and they start shooting and... Anyway. So let's do this mission. This one's pretty entertaining, honestly.
Mister, I've been trapped down here.
Why are you dressed up like that? I've seen some sick perversions in my time, but this one might take the prize.
No, wait, please. You've gotta help me. It's that crazy gunsmith. He made me dress up like this. He's got me chained to the goddamn bird.
Yeah, not very smart to chain someone up right by an open window that the only thing keeping it closed.
Welcome. Your first time in my shop?
Actually.
Oh, hey, that's a piss-poor move.
I want to see what's in that basement of yours. Show me. Right now.
Nothing to no worse down there, I swear.
Why don't I be the judge of that? Open it now!
All right, all right. I ain't got nothing to hide. I got my boy sleeping down there. It's such a shame to wake him. You know, you can always come back after he wakes up.
You just stay away from me.
Know what I tell you about talking to your pa that way?
Oh, thank God.
He can't see I only do it for his own good.
Please help me. He's got me chained up here.
Don't take him away from me.
Why are you wearing that sailor suit?
I feel like that's
crazy
obvious.
Maniac put me in it.
What in tarnation?
Oh, thank you. That sick son of a bitch kidnapped me, made me pretend to be his son. I owe you for this, mister.
Alright. So yeah, we've saved some poor guy who was kidnapped and locked in a basement. But yeah, what have we got here? I think this is actually a decent repeater, finally. Yeah, the Lancaster repeater. So we finally have an actual decent repeater, which is nice. I don't think there's anything else of value down here. Or maybe there is. What have we in this lockbox? $3, I guess. Okay, I don't know why that table is lit up like I can interact with it, because I can't. Alright, well. You made your bed, now sleep in it. Alright. Since we're here, why don't we just help ourselves to the contents of the cash register? Some free ammo. Oh, negative honor. I can't steal from the guy who had a dude locked in his basement. Alright. Whatever you say, game.
Okay, girl.
But yeah, see, that's a pretty fun little side mission there. I don't know if you ever run into the kid that you rescue or not. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. I'm gonna do one more thing, and then I think we'll call it a day. So let's travel over here to Saint Denis. Hit up the gun shop. That'll put us near to... Is it this? Nope. That'll put us pretty near to another stranger that I've got marked. So we can hit that one up next time. Assuming that I don't just travel somewhere else entirely in the meantime. Because who knows what I'll get up to in the interim. Sometimes I play off camera, and then like yesterday, I did other things. So, we'll see. I'll keep trying to stream, you know, at least every other day or so. No promises or anything. Not that it matters, again. Oh, that's not what I hit. I don't really have anybody watching this. If anybody is watching it, hi and thank you. Especially if you've gotten, what is it, an hour and a half into the video? Then thank you very much. That's one of the main things that I don't have. People come into my videos and are just immediately like, nope. And I can't say that I blame them. Pretty sure that would be my reaction as well. But, you know, if anybody watches, that's great, that's awesome, and thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep popping that map open while we go through Saint Denis itself, because its streets are pretty confusing, and I really have not explored it thoroughly at all, especially not at night. There's some cool stuff you can do. There's even, if you explore Saint Denis thoroughly enough, there's a pretty fun little side mission where you can find these strange markings on the wall. And if you find, I want to say 8 of them? Anyway, if you find enough of them, Arthur will realize that they make a, I forget, I think it's a pentagram. Yeah, here we go. Found the gun shop. But yeah, they make a pentagram around the city, and you can actually follow that to find
We are open again
a vampire.
When you're ready, have a browse of our catalog, and I can go out.
So that's pretty fun. I might do that one. I'll have to find a map with those locations, because I'm not going to explore every square inch of Saint Denis to try and find them. Yeah, let's just see if they've got anything interesting. So this is the only shop that actually has the Lamat revolver, and as you can see, it's locked right now. I'm so getting that as soon as I can, because this gun is great. 9 shots, plus it has a shotgun round. It's just crazy good. Up until that point, honestly, that's interesting. He doesn't have. Oh, how did I go 2 pages over at once? Okay. But yeah, the double action, not really worth it. Even when that unlocks, I probably won't get it. The Schofield revolvers are my favorite revolvers in the game, up until I can get the Lamont revolver.
This side of the river.
So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not a huge fan of the pistols. These are kind of neat. I might get them eventually. I have a volcanic pistol, but, you know, whatever. Not a huge fan. So, repeater-wise, this is the best one in the game. But the Lancaster repeater is pretty much the best one up until that point. So,
If the
pretty
Italians keep taking
happy
from
with
me,
it.
I don't know how much longer I will be able to stay open.
Yeah, the Lancaster repeater is better than the Evans repeater. So, I've actually got the best repeater I'm going to get until way late in the game when the Litchfield repeater finally comes out. Hopefully, I'll get this. That's going to be ways later on. I should get one of these. I think it's the rolling block is what I get in a mission not too far from now. Shotgun-wise, I'm actually pretty well good to go. I was not a fan of the repeating shotgun compared to the semi-auto, so probably not going to go for that. So I've already got the semi-auto. So yeah, I've got all the good guns already. Or all the ones that are available. So there's 2 more. Eventually there's a better repeater. Obviously I need one of the scoped rifles. And let's just go ahead and get this guy looking okay.
I can see you look after your firearm.
So
I've got some better stocks that would fit that gun.
get the new rifling on there. Get the improved sights on there. Get a scope on there. I'm going to stick with the standard grain. Honestly, it's the one that I think looks the best. The leather wrap.
Right away.
So that's all the upgrades. So now I'm going to kind of show you real quick just how I style things. So generally I will go gold on the main things, then black and steel on anything that is an accent, like this. So that's kind of what you get to start with. And then I'll go to the engravings, and you want to set one. And then I'll do black and steel, because that's what's going to stand out the most.
I should have chosen a smaller store
and then
in
I can actually see what's going on.
But I'm sure things will turn around.
And then I'll kind of just look through the options, pick my favorite, which usually is just whichever one stands out the best, because like this, a lot of the details get lost. This one, a lot of the details get lost. Same here. So this one, you can actually see most of the lines pretty cleanly. I'll usually go with whichever one has that. Carving wise, because it's under the leather, I usually just don't do anything with it. You can color the leather. I've just been going with walnut, because I feel like the walnut goes really well with the rosewood, which is the wood that I always go with. So that's just how I style it. All my guns look the same, but they look cool. So yeah, no, we have a decent repeater now. I am excited about that. That means that I will actually be using my repeater now instead of just my pistols for absolutely everything. What were you doing over there? Oh. And again, I press triangle to try and get on my horse, and this happens.
You better hold it right there.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I give up. Be wise. Nice and easy now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you.
What you was getting into.
Anyway, so annoying that that's usually what ends up happening. Is you press a button that does something else in another context, and you end up doing something you didn't expect. There, I wanted to mount my horse, not jump a guy. Earlier, I wanted to reload my weapon, not punch a guy. But you get to see a little cutscene what happens when Arthur gets arrested.
Oh, you won.
You do the same?
How'd you find me?
Ain't too many fellers in this town fitting your description. Now go before someone sees you.
Still, annoying as heck when that happens. I wonder if that cleared by bounty. That would actually be nice. Yeah, looks like it did. I mean, it probably also took $50 out of my inventory. Yeah, I don't remember how much I had before. Oh well. Anyway, aside from my complaints about the controls of this game sometime, I still have a ton of fun with it, and I hope you guys are having fun watching me. And yeah, if you guys come by for the next video, then I will see you guys again, and thank you for watching. Bye!